How we doing, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the first half of November of 2022. This is going to be a general reading, Aries, so keep that in mind, and it will be for your sun, moon, and your rising sign. We're going to look into what spiritual insight we can obtain into this time in your life. We're going to ask your angels and spirit guides for guidance, love, protection, and insight, and see what the first half of November of 2022 has in store for you. If you haven't been here before, thank you for tuning in, and we will jump straight into the reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising for the first half of November of 2022. All right, Aries. So I'm going to pull four cards for your overalls. First card, negativity. And learning. Aries. I feel for a lot of you, at this time, you are learning how to work through your negative thought process. The negative thought processes that you have. In the first half of November, you might be dealing with some changes in your life. There may be some obstacles that you have to overcome. But what Spirit is really telling me to convey to you is that this is a learning process. This is a process this is going to be the catalyst for your growth. And learning how to navigate through this negativity and work through this negativity and push out this negativity, keyword learning, is going to help you in your spiritual development. It's also going to help you in all aspects of life when it comes to love, relationships, when it comes to finances, business endeavors, family dynamics. There's a lot going on for you. So we had energy shift pop out. Energy shift. So for a lot of you, what this is you are experiencing, whether you like it or not, a rise in your vibrational frequency. And so from your perspective, this energy, it can feel negative, right? It can feel not the best. But you're learning to really readjust your thermostat, so to speak, your spiritual thermostat, your vibrational thermostat, to a higher degree, to a higher temperature. And this energy shift that you're going through is inevitable. So it's something that's happening for you. And it's almost like you're rising out of the ashes, being reborn, I'm hearing. Learning how to deal and to understand the dual aspect of yourself. Very important. Resistance. So there is a resistance, and that resistance comes from this universal energy that is being forced upon you, Aries, in the month of November of 2022, the first half of November specifically. There is some resistance when it comes to your energy because frequencies are rising. And when frequencies are rising, you're going to have to learn how to adapt to that energy. Just like if you were to win the lottery, right? I'm going to give you an example. And you get this windfall of, let's say, $50 million. But the prior you didn't know how to handle that money, had no idea of how to control your finances, um, didn't have that level of development, mental development, to accrue that type of wealth. And so what happens 3 or 4 years down the line? That money's gone and that person's back in debt, which happens to about 70% of people who win the lottery, right? In a 10-year span, they end up losing it all. That's because they haven't adjusted their frequency to match the reality that is coming in for them. So for you at this time, Aries, your frequency is rising, right? And it can feel a little, you can feel a little discombobulated, and there is resistance when it comes to this change. But I definitely feel like you are learning, most certainly understanding that this change is necessary. This change is something that is going to help you. This change is allowing you to raise your frequency. So in all reality, this is something extremely beneficial for you. This is something that is needed. This is something that you've been waiting upon. And although it might feel a little bit overwhelming, it's something that is necessary for your growth. And Aries, you are always one to want to move forward. Aries hate being stagnant, right? They don't like the feeling of stagnation. They don't like the feeling of being stuck. So in this moment, your vibration is rising and your ability to perceive at a higher dimensional level of thinking is happening. And so instead of looking at this as a troubling time, look at this as a time of learning and growth and expansion, because that is exactly what you're going through. We have here the Ten of Swords, which indicates the ending of something, right? The ending of something. We have the Six of Wands, victory in some way, shape, or form. The Empress, there is something being birthed out into this reality for you. The Three of Pentacles, you have something to offer to this world. King of Swords, you are a highly intellectual person. You are someone who understands your energy and how to cut ties, how to cut cords, you're learning how to deal with this raise in your frequency. We have the Eight of Swords here, which is definitely an indicator of you feeling stuck here in the beginning of November, right? Because this energy is being pushed upon you by the universe. The Ace of Cups. And right after you deal with that, right after you learn how to break through those barriers, we have blessings coming through. Magnificent blessings, new offerings. This could be an offering of love. This is a situation where your cup is overflowing. So you are able to give love to someone else. Your cup is overflowing. You're able to give more in a certain aspect of your life that you want to direct that energy towards. The World card directly in the middle with the Empress. Wow. Your world is shifting, right? So you are going through a cycle. This cycle is ending for you and you're beginning a new cycle with a higher frequency, a higher vibrational frequency. So this is the start of an amazing new journey. As you move into December and into the new year, this is the perfect time for you to start writing down your intentions, for you to start writing down the things that you desire, and the things that you intend to manifest in your life at this time. Because you have very powerful energy. We have the Queen of Cups here. This is taking the Ace of Cups here. The universe is offering you this energetic shift, and you are going to grab it and take it and use the gift that God is giving you. You don't want to neglect something being given to you. If you're ever given a compliment, receive that compliment. Say thank you. If you're ever given a gift, receive that gift. That is how Spirit wants you to be at this time. Because the universe is pushing things into your plate. They're pushing a new reality into your life. And at this time, if you're not willing to accept compliments at the smallest level, or accept gifts, or accept anything that is a nice gesture from someone here on the physical plane, that's as above, so below. So when God is trying to gift you something, that's saying that you aren't ready for it if you're not willing to accept it. So it's a huge step for you. Instead of feeling trapped, stuck, your energy is shifting. The universe is forcing this upon you. And with open arms, you are taking the gift that the universe is giving you. And it is changing your world, and you're birthing a new reality for yourself. The Tower as the last card. Now, some people might think the Tower, ooh, very scary moment. All this means is, as we go back to the beginning of the reading, is that there's an energetic shift at play. And this shift is monumental. And when I say monumental, it's going to feel a little bit negative at times. But in the grand scheme of things, it is for your purpose. It's happening for you, not to you. These things are happening so you can move into the next phase of your life where success, abundance, happy relationships, happy family dynamics, just living a joyful life day to day is your birthright. And when you begin to understand that, and you begin to realize that you've been neglecting the gifts that God has been trying to gift you, and you start to receive those gifts, you're going to see a flooding of information. You're going to see a flooding of blessings. You're going to see a flooding of so many different things that it might seem overwhelming. And that's where the negativity card comes in. But you are learning from this. You are understanding that it's only resistance that you've been causing. And your energy is shifting into a higher frequency. And so it's up to you to accept that with grace. Aries, this is your reading for the first half of November. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.